even do this story? Okay. Hello everybody, it is me, Casey, and today we are doing Yandere Crimson X Listener, Husband and Wife. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. After I did Striker, I was like, oh my god, I have to do Crimson now to test this out. Because I was talking about Mafia stuff, so now I'm like, fine, I have to do this now. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I don't understand what I have to do. I haven't seen... He's not my son, but... Still. I haven't seen Moxie in years. I never get to leave this room. I don't even remember the last time I saw the light of day. Basically, Crimson married you after killing his first wife. And Moxie and you became very close, but when Moxie left, you had no one else. Crimson was a horrible husband. He was abusive as heck. Let's get back into this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to leave so bad, but it hurts. And the last time I tried, he pinned me down. I don't want to get hurt again. Finally, he comes into the room. Ugh. This is dumb. Yen, come here. You walk to Crimson, and he sits you on his lap. You know, you really need to learn how to shut your mouth, he says. I can hear you from outside of the door. He chokes you. If you continue with that stupid talk, you know, there's a great place that my first wife seen. It's called the lake. You get scared. You start saying, I'm sorry. Good. Now, sit down. He pats the side of him. Let me fix up your hair, he says. He takes a strand of your hair and pushes it to the side. There. Much better. You're looking like a horrible fucking wife. Now, you look better. You know, I was gonna think about giving you some freedom, letting you walk around the house finally. But no, you wrecked that for your own self. It's surprising that you can even find me. You know, I thought of several ways I can make you suffer, just for the fun of it. But then, I realized that wouldn't work, because you're already suffering every day. What's the point in making you suffer more if you're already suffering every day? You know, I could hear you through the door. So, how about this? I set up a little arrangement with your son. You look at him. Your eyes go wide. And you couldn't speak. Because Crimson said before, if you speak without my permission, then you'd get smacked across the face. And what he just did earlier, while choking you, you could apologize to him, but you weren't allowed to speak when he didn't ask you to. He looked at you before saying, speak. You looked at Crimson and said, Are you gonna actually let me see him? Crimson looked at you before saying, How about this? I let you see him. And in return, I take away your last bit of freedom. What? What do you mean? Well, you sure love to talk to yourself. So how about this? No more talking in general. I don't care. I don't care if you're outside of your room, inside of your room. No talking. How about that? This house would be quiet if you weren't talking. You looked at him before saying, Could I choose something else? He smacks you across the face before saying, Did I ask you? Did I say you can speak? You looked at him before saying, No. Good. Now get back on my lap, because apparently you didn't learn from last time. He puts you on his lap, and he grabs you by your hair, makes you look down at him, and says this. If you fucking talk without me saying you can talk, I'll put cameras in your room and monitor you all the time. You were getting scared more and more. And then he's like, Speak. You ask him, I'll do anything, just let me talk. He looks at you before saying, Fine, I'll let you talk. But I want you to pretend like you actually love me whenever Moxie comes over. You are scared. There's only two answers. Which one will it be? You can either act all lovey-dovey to him, or have to be silent for the rest of your life. You chose the first option. Yes, I agree to this. Good. He picks you up. Now come on, we're going out. He sits you down on the couch outside. You haven't walked on your own in a while. The most you have done is crawled, but never walked. Crimson said that if you would ever walk, it would wreck your perfect body. So you were never allowed to walk. Finally, the day that Moxie came over, you looked at him and you were like, Moxie, is that actually you? Ma! He hugs you. I haven't seen you in years. I know. Crimson looks at you before saying, Hey, where's my hug? Moxie looks at you and then looks at Crimson before saying, Why would I hug a monster? Spicy for no reason, I guess. Now, dear. 1 minute, I need to fix that. Now, come here, Yin. He opens up his arm and calls you over here. And you just crawl on the couch to him, because you were never allowed to walk. And he just sits you on his lap. And he looks at Moxie before saying, Now, Your little mom is now truly in love with me. See? You start hugging him, holding him like you were a natural couple. Moxie looks at you before saying, "Is he forcing you to do this?" You look at him before saying, "No, dear, don't worry. I actually love him now." See? Your mom loves me. So why don't you? I wouldn't love a monster like you. Somebody who hurt me. Somebody who hurt her. I bet she's only putting up this act that way she can see me. Am I wrong? Crimson's smile cracked just a little. Moxie, I suggest you shut up now. What can you even do? I'm here with my wife. Millie comes out from behind a pillar before saying, "Hello, Mr. Crimson. Hello, Miss Yin. I've heard so much about you, Miss Yin. I haven't heard a lot about Mr. Crimson, but I heard a lot about you, Miss Yin. Anyways, why should I even trust you? Why should I even trust that fake smile that's on her? 'Cause it's your mother. Why would she lie to you? To try seeing me, maybe? Fine. If you're like that, then she'll go back upstairs and me and you can talk." Crimson takes you back upstairs, and you're left in the room crying because you only got to talk to your son for a short amount of time. "You stay in here and you keep your mouth shut," Crimson says, before going back downstairs. And that is it, everybody. If I should make more, tell me. I don't know. Should I? Should I not? I'm still on the iffy about this.